show a completely different kind of song too. Not with that much chords, but more of which one could we pick then? Oh, of course, the dreaded Freebird. I talked about Skinner before, so now it's back to them again. Oh, I love rock and roll. But yeah, Freebird. Pro guitar. We can start at easy. I think that's difficult enough. So yeah. So now you'll see a lot of notes, but as this is easy, it's pretty simple. It's slow and you play on. But if you play on easy, even on easy, you always play real notes that are in the song. You never play anything that is not in the song. It's just that on easy, medium, hard, they've taken away so many parts. They take away parts to make it easier. But they never put in something into the song that's not there from the beginning. And on expert, you play the full song. So yeah, that was no. And then we change difficulty to medium. So now we'll see it's already a lot more stuff. Hammer on. Or pull off, I don't remember. But those notes, they are hammer ons and pull offs. So yeah, now it's faster notes. It changed a bit more. More difficult. And then we can take a look at hard. And you get even more stuff. You got a hammer on again, hammer on pull offs. High up on the fretboard, you're up on the 19th fret there. The notes are tight, and if you would play this on a real guitar, you'd be able to recognize that it's Freebird. So yeah, and then we've got expert then. Or there's even more stuff going on. So yeah, these are slides. Slides and yeah, slides up and down. A sustained note. So yeah, this is difficult. Oh my god, I wouldn't like to try this. Oh yeah, I would, because then I would have my guitar. But it's still on its way to here from Germany. Or if they've gotten it in Germany, I don't know. But it should be on its way anyway. Maybe I'll get it in time to do some last comments on it in this review. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, this is it. For pro guitar and playing a normal song. Or well, as Freebird can be called normal. But I think that we should take a look at the pro guitar lessons too. Okay, the pro guitar lessons. We'll go to learn an instrument mode once again. Watch the little cutscene. Then we'll go to pro guitar. Yeah, it's the same progression of lessons as in pro keys and pro drums. Easy lessons, medium lessons, and hard lessons, as well as expert lessons. But they're tough, the expert lessons. But we'll start by taking a look at just the easy lesson, the first lesson, the very first lesson. Turn off the chord note type. Yeah, can look and see how it looks. It's just open string strumming, so it starts out very simple. Then you get to fret. You'll play a little riff, as they call it. So yeah, you get to know each string like this. Then you play open A string. A string second fret, A string third fret, and as in the others you can just slow these down as well. Yeah, there is one feature that is unique to the pro guitar lessons. That is the chord note help, which can be turned on or off with a press of the back button on the adapter. If you press that one, every time you miss a note or play a wrong note or a chord, this menu will pop up that looks like a guitar fretboard, and it will show you where to place your fingers and what string to strum. So yeah, now it says that I shall have my finger on the second fret on the A string. If it would have been a chord where you have to use multiple fingers, it will show a little menu over here that will tell me which fingers to use for which fret and string. But that can be turned on or off, so we'll just keep going without it now. Otherwise it will interrupt us all the time as I can't play the notes. So yeah, this first lesson is just like this. You play very simple single notes, low tempo, not much changes. So that's the first lesson. The second lesson is much the same. It's called More Note Basics, and the first was called just Note Basics. So yeah, those are simple. The same goes for the third, really basic finger exercises. You get to play some here they introduce the sustains. Play this stuff. Oh, basic stuff here too. And then we'll take a look at the medium lessons. We can take a look at power chord lessons to introduce, well, chords. I think these are the first chords, the chords that we'll play in the trainer. So we'll take a look at them first. And now we'll turn on chord note help, and it will tell me how to play it over here. It says barre the second fret from the A string to the A string. Very weird explanation, but just hold your finger on your first finger on the second fret and then strum the strings. Why they say barre the second fret from the A string to the A string, I don't know, just weird. But it's a lot more logical than that. So yeah. Oh no. Then we'll show some other power chords. And it throws in some single notes, some other power chords. So yeah. That's the power chords lesson. And there are other stuff here like hammer-ons and pull-offs, first position chords. And then it's the hard lessons with even more chords, barre chords, scales. Maybe we should take a look at scales. So yeah, you play. That was the chromatic scale. So now it's gotten a lot more advanced. So yeah, here you gotta be pretty quick in your fingers. So yeah, the hard lessons, they are hard. And then we can take a look at an expert lesson just to major and minor seventh chords, for example. So we'll get some more looks at chords. Yeah, they show different chords. They have you repeat them over and over so that you really learn them. Yeah, I think it's a great learning tool, even though I haven't tried it out. But I think maybe what's the best with it compared to other ways you can try to learn to play guitar is that Rock Band 3's, it starts out with single notes and not with chords. Almost all teachers, books, all that stuff, they start out with teaching you how to play chords, which I think is more advanced than just playing single notes on one string. So I think it may be a little easier to start out with Rock Band 3 than other ways of learning because of that you don't have to play chords the first thing you do. So yeah, I think that's about it for the experts and the pro guitar lessons. Okay, I think it's time for the final conclusions. I've shown you the hardware of the MIDI Pro adapter and the keyboard controller. We've looked at the software for both Pro Drums, Pro Guitar, and Pro Keys. So yeah, what's the verdict then? What conclusions can you draw? Is Rock Band 3 really a musical game, or is it just a music game as any other? Well, as they have you learn real musical theory, you learn to play scales, real scales, you learn to play chords, real chords, that if you play them on a real guitar, a real keyboard, they sound right because it's the right chord. And they have you repeat it over and over again through different modes. You can play a song just like any song on the disc or downloaded songs. You can play the training, the lessons. You can play the career mode, or you can play pro guitar, the pro instruments in any mode of the game. So you really got a lot of options, and yeah, with real musical theory, with a fun way of learning and repetition, I think Rock Band 3 is a great music teaching tool. Yeah, it really is, I think. So yeah, Rock Band 3 is not just another music game, it is a musical game. And remember, the cake is a lie. This was a dream. I'm making a little cake, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense in